Welcome to Designer Digital's Biweekly Tip, August 18th, 2017. This week, how to customize ready-made borders in Photoshop and Elements, Part 2. In this series, we've looked at ways to get the most from ready-made layers borders by Studio D. These designer borders consist of layered embellishments that are arranged in a line. You can use the borders with photos on a page for a really quick and beautiful project. But since the borders come as layered files, you have unlimited ways of tweaking them to better meet the needs of your project. Here are two ways that the borders can be customized. The first method is to blend stamped layers. Many of the ready-made layers borders have layers that look painted or stamped in the background. You can make these layers look more authentic by kind of melting them into your background a little bit. Open up a ready-made border and drag the layers onto the background. So I'm going to click the first layer, the top layer, and then scroll down and hold the Shift key while I click the bottom layer. And that selects all of the layers in the Layers panel. And then I can just drag them directly from the Layers panel over onto my background paper. Now I'm going to minimize the border and maximize the paper that we're working on. Select the painted or stamped layer. In this case, it's a paint layer that's in the background. And then in the Layers panel, locate the blending modes at the top of the Layers panel. It defaults to normal. Change the blending mode to something like multiply or linear burn, or experiment with the other modes to find one you like. You can also use the opacity slider at the top right of the Layers panel to lighten the paint or stamped layer. That makes more of the background visible through the paint. Just select the layer and then move the opacity slider to the left until you get the effect that you want. You can use this technique alone or in addition to using a blending mode. Method 2. Clip layers to paper. Another method for personalizing the ready-made borders is to change the appearance of a layer by clipping it to a piece of digital paper. Open the ready-made border and a piece of digital paper. Get the Move tool and drag the paper document onto the border document. Move the paper up or down the Layers panel until it's one position above the layer that you want to change. So I want to change the paint layer. I'm going to drag this digital paper one position over the paint layer. When it's in place, press Alt-Control-G or on a Mac system, Option-Command-G on the keyboard to attach the paper to the layer. The paper will look kind of glued to the layer, changing the appearance. In older versions of Photoshop Elements, you'll just press Control-G or Command-G instead. This is a super fast way to change the color of the border layer to match your project. And then you can just click the top layer, hold down the Shift key, and click the bottom layer to select all of the layers and move them over onto your scrapbooking document. Ready-made borders are a great purchase since the layered file allows you to tweak and customize the border to your liking. Individual layering gives you the ability to change the look on each project. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to check back in 2 weeks for the next Designer Digitals tip.